How are we doing, folks? So, you may be wondering why I'm talking to you from the car, but I am on a very special trip to a very special place. I've been invited by the Right Honourable Martyn Owen, who you may have seen from the Ouija Brothers videos, up to a place far, far away called Haunted Hill. I will be there investigating tonight for my first ever inside investigation. So, God knows what I'm going to be like. I know it's going to be a great one, whatever it is, because I'm really looking forward to it. Even though I just get to see the history of the place is fantastic. So, I'm on a long journey up. Just been to a service station, a little bit of a snackaroo, and I've got Planet Rock on the radio, so it's already a great day. Bit of Thin Lizzy, bit of Allman Brothers Band, and a bit of Pink Floyd have already been on. It's great, and I'll see you up there in a wee while. Cheers, folks. See you in a bit.
No, stay where you are. Do not break the stillness of this moment, for this is a time of mystery, a time when imagination is free and moves forward swiftly, silently. This is the haunting hour.
How are you doing, folks? Welcome to a very special episode of Dead Cold. Now, as I mentioned before in my little clip in the car, I'm finally here in a land far, far away to this wonderful, wonderful place. Now, I'm here with Martyn, who got invited here by Martyn. You might hear a bit of a change in my voice. You will see a different me tonight. I can guarantee it. I can guarantee you will see a different me because, as one man once said when I was watching him do 30 East Drive, I am bricking it.
That's no lie. Like, even in the daytime, you have to admit that.
Yeah.
Feels strange.
Even in the daytime, because me and Martyn came here at about 2-3 o'clock this afternoon. And we had a good walk around, and even in the daytime, when it's light in there, it's still creepy. I mean, you look at the place. I mean, look at how black that facade is. That stonework is absolutely. It is both fantastic and horrific at the same time. Martyn's going to be in my nice warm car, whilst I'm going to be in here doing this goddamn place.
Depends how you feel when you go in, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Because, and I'm being honest here. Now, you might want to call me a bit of a wuss, and I don't really care. But if I last 30 minutes in there by myself, I think I've done pretty goddamn well. So, yeah.
First indoor investigation for you, though, isn't it?
It is, Martyn. I'm glad Martyn's here keeping me right, because my mind's racing on other things that I'm not in control of.
I've already told you, though, like, you are going to see, especially using a torch and lights, like, you are going to see shadows and all sorts, so I think they're going to love your reactions to what you're going to get in there.
They probably are. And they'll be at home watching it on their cosy couches whilst I'm in here absolutely crapping myself. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about the history of this place, because it has got a very rich history. We are in a beautiful estate. Obviously, I can't divulge to where we actually are, But for all intents and purposes, it is called Haunted Hill.
But this is where the woman in black's seen quite often. This is one of the ghost stories. I think even before she was seen in the window,
yeah,
she was actually seen by the lake a lot. But people aren't sure if she's the ghost of the woman in the house or if it's a different ghost all in all.
Yeah.
But it's good to show people another location that, you know, she's seen quite often.
Yeah, definitely. This is the pond, or the lake if you want to call it that. It stretches round to where, more or less round to that corner there, where you see my there, where my finger's pointing. Children have also, Martyn informs you, children have been seen here as well. How many was it? 6?
Yeah, when I was with a friend of mine, so we were on the, if you want to point the camera towards the house, so it's the top left room that you can see there.
Yeah.
He was looking out, I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was a bit further in, and he actually said he saw 6 children walking from what looked like to be the lake.
Yeah.
Towards the house. I went there, couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
He shot himself, and we left.
And as you would. Well, as I say, as I've read, there has been a house on this land, more or less in the footprint of where we are there now, since the 12th century. There was a medieval house there, and then that one obviously fell into disrepair, got pulled down, or probably just fell down of its own accord. No, actually, no. It was it caught fire. That was it. It was a fire damaged one. And then during the 14th century, another house got put up. Didn't last very long. Maybe 100 years it was up there, and that got pulled down. And it was the land was by its flat self for a time being. And then the 17th century came along, and who was it again? Lord. I can't remember his name there now. One of the lords, anyway, the lords of the land actually built this house on here in the 17th century, and it's stood here ever since. It's a classic example of of a Georgian style house, very square. Everything about it's very square. Made from the natural stone. I mean, you know, you've got plenty of natural stone in the mountains around here. We are in the middle of a mountainous region. So you've got plenty of raw materials, and that's where it was. That's how it was all put together.
The house used to be a lot bigger, didn't it?
It did.
So it used to have pavilion wings coming from even where we are now. So the house wasn't square at the start.
You can more or less see the cut-off point anyway. You've got a difference in the stonework.
Yeah, you can.
I'm surprised you can't even see where the original roofs actually joined on.
Wouldn't it have been?
It could well have been that third there, the middle windows.
The middle window, just as it.
Yeah.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it used to be a lot bigger, but it does appear now as it's always been square.
Yeah.
Even though it hasn't, but it's still a beautiful house, though.
It's absolutely it's a magnificent house, and it's a bit sad to see it in such a state of bad repair. An absolutely fantastic building, and one that definitely needs looking at several times. Although I'm going to be honest. This might only be my one time.
The high-pitched laugh, I think, clears that one. What's good to point out as well is even though it was quite light earlier, the house was so dark inside. And even looking into it now,
you can see in them windows, people.
There's no light.
There's no light in there at all. Even though the windows are large, there is no light. I mean, the walls are like stripped out inside as well.
Famous window for you, which
yep.
I'm sure people have seen a few times by now, but you can't get bored of it, can you?
You can't get bored of that window. That is the window that held the face. So it's the middle sash, and the third pane of glass up. The face was seen there.
I remember seeing it for the first time, and it's just one of those.
It's iconic, isn't it?
Yeah. Even if it was fake. It would give you the chills just because of the way the picture looks.
Yeah.
Left abandoned 20 years to this year.
Yeah.
So it's a good anniversary for you to actually do this as well. I think.
Whoopee-doo me.
I think.
Just as well, as I did think. Whoops, if I can just get this right. Sorry, shaky camera movements. right up the top there, you see there's like the bottled, the stone bottled balconies right at the top. That would have been a viewing point at some time in years gone by. So, but the hatch is entirely sealed. In fact, there is no hatch there anymore.
You can't get there.
You can't get there.
No, there's no
There's simply
door.
from that. Even when you stood at that window, to actually reach the ceiling, you'd have to be about 15, 16 foot tall at least, and then you'd have to have a very dangerous climb through the rafters.
I really can't wait to see you alone in here, though. I really can't.
You know what? He's been bloody egging me on all the flaming time. He's spreading his ghostly stories all over the place. And I was in there before. I had actually felt very anxious, to be fair. It's got quite a thick atmosphere in there, especially for somebody that that could be quite fearful of things like this, which is me. So yeah, you see my beard? It's got a lot of white in it. I think it's going to be pure white after this one. Right, folks. Before I actually go in, there's another story here that has been mentioned, but not been mentioned very much. And to be honest, there's not a great deal on it either. What it is, there's a story of the lords of the land at the time, the lords of the estate, seduced a young local lady, a local girl, into, well, whatever you can probably imagine. To be fair, you don't really need to actually to say it. But after a while, they got bored of her, and she was done away with. She was murdered. Now, I don't know if she was murdered in the house or wherever that actually happened. But she had a little dog with her as well, and unfortunately, that little dog bored it as well.
She was murdered on the driveway on the way up, so it might be on this. I don't know if this. I know that the driveway actually used to cover the whole field here.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it was here or if it was actually on the way up to the house. But going by stories, it's somewhere here.
But apparently she has actually been seen on this driveway. It is a bit of a driveway. Obviously, it would be a lot wider to get cars and whatever else through. But obviously, the grass has overgrown it and it's become quite narrow. But as you can see, if I just flip this around, right there at the house. So you've got the turnaround point there right in front of the house as well. So. Right, folks, let's get in. As you can see, it's exceptionally dark in there. Let's get down this fantastic staircase, which, as I'm informed, people have slipped down before. So I don't intend to be that person.
I hope he doesn't mind, but I'm going to call Griff out for falling at the bottom. And I actually stopped my camera filming only 10 seconds before, so it could have been another, Griff falling moment that people would have loved.
I just want to say here as well, just as you approach the door, you get a very strong smell of the dank. Now, yes, the bats are here. Fantastic.
And they're going to where they always go.
Oh, that is wonderful to see that. I love seeing things like that. I always like a bit of wildlife, and you can't get much more better than wildlife than that. Some nice bats. This cellar, during war times, this mansion would have been used as a hospital, like a lot of mansions were used back in the day, and you're probably talking Second World War. I mean, that's just.
I think the morgue was used, but I think it was the bottom room to the left.
Yeah.
I don't think it was this one. I think
probably not.
Kids, we used to play here when it was a hotel, so
yeah.
I don't know if that facts anything, but I don't think it was this room. So I think it was the bottom room at the left.
Yeah. We'll take you in there anyway. If you see any bats, all to the better. So through there is a fantastic arched cellar, and there's an arched cellar in here as well. It is absolutely superb. I mean, I love seeing things like this. You don't often get to see things like this.
Got 2 bats here now.
Yeah? Fantastic.
They're kind of getting ready for bed. Feel bad.
Getting ready for bed? They should be out and about.
You'll see what I mean.
Oh, yes.
You can go closer to them anyway.
I need to get some close-up footage of this, because this is just like a bloody dream come true to see these things. Look at the little faces. They look absolutely fantastic. Oh, where's my dodgy camera work on? There we are. I'll see if I can get on one of them. That is absolutely superb. Like little flying mice. Yeah, you talk about this is for me. This flaking paint. Now, if you're a fan of like any good horror game or horror movie, you might want to cast your mind back to Silent Hill. This is definitely what it's all about. This is very much a Silent Hill type corridor. And if I ever saw one of them mannequins near, with the legs and legs for heads as well, I think I would I would probably just die right there and then, to be fair. Die of sheer fright. Anyway, let's carry on up.
I think this is quite deceiving though, because it's not even pitch black yet, even though
it's not.
It appears to be, which the basement always is. But it's still quite a little bit of light outside.
There's a little bit of light outside, but the light is fading fast. Yeah. So let's get up these stairs. I've got a few things set up already.
Don't bang your head this time.
I know, yeah, bang my head on the top of the ceiling. I'm not even that tall, to be fair. Ooh, look at that.
Whoa.
Did I just get that? I don't think I got that. That is a nest made out of moss, and I just saw a bird come out of it. Now, I apologise to the little bird. I did actually see this little bird before earlier on today. It actually might be a wren. But that is a lovely little... I know I'm going all David Attenborough here, but that is a lovely little wren's nest. I'm sure it is, made out of moss. Brilliant to see. Or it might be a tree creeper.
It's a good little wildlife programme so far, isn't it?
It is. It's a fantastic wildlife programme. We were meant to be here, like trying to find out who the woman in black is.
That's the noisiest part of the house, by the way.
Yeah, that's the burglary deterrent. The smashed tiles. If I am going to do a lone vigil in here, and if I hear that, then I will be bricking it.
I'll let you go up first. I'll be kind.
Again, this staircase is absolutely superb. Turned staircase all the way up 3 floors. Again, I know I made reference to Silent Hill, PT, if you ever played that playable trailer, Silent Hills. You remember seeing that face looking over that man looking over the balcony?
I really can't wait to see you do this by yourself. If you've got Silent Hill running through your head.
I know. I shouldn't even be talking about Silent Hill, to be fair, because even the game, when I used to play the game, used to scare the crap out of me.
Oh, to show people why you've put a light here, because this is actually quite bad.
You can see the floor's in a pretty bad state of repair, it really is.
The banister.
The banister is shot. And that's purely through water damage.
So that, just safety.
So yeah, I've got my light there. Just for safety's sake. Look at them beautiful old beams. Hey?
I heard something then. Not that. It's alright.
Yes. Now, this is where things start getting a bit hairy, to be fair. I mean, even Martyn's here with me there now, and the hairs on the back of my neck are getting quite up, shall we say?
I don't think they're bored yet. I've seen this bit of the house.
Yeah, this bit of the house is where the lady was seen looking through it. I better wash myself here because obviously there's water all over the floor. If only they would just fix the roof, this place would be able to be saved a lot quicker.
And this is where you're going to be doing one of your lone vigils, isn't it? So fantastic.
This is the through that one there was where she was looking out into the yonder.
Keep hearing things. Do you reckon this place being so open, do you know like the beams are just there, that there's no walls? Do you reckon that's better for somebody who's doing, you know, any ghost hunting, or would you rather walls?
I'd rather the walls.
Well, why? Would it make you feel more comfortable, or is it just purely...
No, it's more raw. All this partitioning here is not original at all. This has been put up here so they can line the walls with plasterboard. Again, sorry, I'm talking...
Although back in 99, so, I mean...
Yeah.
It wasn't last year. It's quite old.
It is quite old. It is. 1999 is not young anymore. That was a long time ago. That's a fireplace there. Nice stone header. Tell you what, I'm terrible. I'm terrible at talking building rubbish. But I like this kind of stuff. I like to work. I work on a lot of old buildings, so it's more my thing. So I do apologise if there's too much building talk going through here.
It's a builder's dream, isn't it?
It is a builder's dream.
This place and have some pride in it.
Martyn was going to film me in that bath with a shower cap on.
I'm sure some of the viewers would have enjoyed it.
I don't know.
This is a creepy little corridor, though.
It is.
What appears to be.
Did you?
That wasn't me. What appears to be.
Almost sounded. I mean, it sounded a bit like a bird, to be fair.
That was behind me. Were you talking about? Did it sound like just like a little bang?
It went like that kind of thing.
No, I heard something different then.
This house is full of noises. I mean, the house, I think the house is itself. And no, not in human terms, but the house will breathe. It's got that much stonework and timber in it. As the daylight, as the night comes in, the house relaxes. So you will get. I know this might sound a bit daft, but it's right. She has been seen walking up here.
It sounds so generic, doesn't it?
I know, it does sound...
Seen walking the staircase, but this is actually where, like, the first claims of people seeing her was on this staircase.
Yeah.
And it's never at the bottom, it's always coming up this bit, and people see it from the top. So, I mean, that would be quite creepy if you were to see, you know, something in a black dress walking up here, and you're at the top. It's not an easy way out for you, is it?
No, it is not an easy way out.
Although I'm not saying that you would have the feeling of terror if you were to come across something. I just imagine that's how you would feel. Doesn't mean to say that, you know, if you were to come across a spirit, it's a bad thing.
No, it's not. I mean,
it might be for you, but
I might have a bit of a trouser accident, but you know, I tell you what, those bats are good at getting up them stairs. That's for sure. We need to start talking more about the possibility of the lady being here.
Well, I think you're going to do, I don't know if you're going to do it when you're by yourself, but it's where Griff had the K2 action.
Yeah.
Was it the K2?
It was the K2, yeah.
K2, yeah. So I think that'll be an interesting one. And you even checked earlier, there are no electrics working, are there?
No, there's nothing.
So it's just to confirm what Griff and Steve said. Are you looking forward to tonight then, when you're doing it just you?
Yes and no, if I'm being honest. I am looking forward to it, but I am not. I'm no bones about this. I am absolutely. I had to actually when we came here before, I had to actually leave. I know I needed to go to the loo, but I could
because of being here.
Probably because of being here, I could feel the anxiety building up inside of me.
And that was in the day when there was the most light you were going to get. And even then, yeah, like you said, you were a bit anxious, but it's to be expected though.
It is. I mean,
the stories around the place. It's not easy to get it out of your head, especially when you're coming here for the purpose of trying to explain those stories or what people have claimed. And people have mentioned over the years, you know, oh, who's the woman that lives at that house? Yeah. And, you know, nobody lives here, so...
Nobody lives here. That's a long way down.
That's a long way to, you know, if you claim to see something walking upstairs.
Right, folks. What we're going to do, I'm going to go back out, and Martyn's going to leave me for a bit. He's going to go back to the car, and I'm going to come in here and do my own thing for a bit. Hello? If there was a... Right, folks, just so before we start doing this, we were just about to leave, took a couple of steps down, and we heard a humming noise. Now, I don't know where this humming noise came from, and I wasn't recording at the time, typically.
And it happened seconds after you put the camera
Yeah,
on.
seconds after I've just... I mean, I'll do it in the edit, but seconds after I'd just turned the thing off.
Demon.
First word. Now, there are no... I keep on saying this about these things. There are no... It's a random word generator. I personally think they work on location, and they get used to your voice as well, and the kind of questions you ask. But still, it's a good source of interest sometimes, and people like it to be used. So I'm going to use it. The first word out of there was demon. Now, this place is not associated with any kind of demons at all.
No,
let's just put that right there. There's no demonic thing going on here at all. There's no poltergeist activity.
You don't feel that way, do you, when you're in here?
You don't feel that way. So I would like to call out to any spirits that are here in this house, in this wonderful home. If you'd like to make yourself known...
Branch.
Oh, that could make sense with what I said earlier.
Yeah. What, the hanging tree?
The hanging tree that's right outside the house, which is what's rumoured to be what the woman in black is looking towards.
Whenever made that humming noise before?
About 3 times.
About 3 times it was, yeah.
Wow.
Wow, indeed. Could you make it again, please?
It just did it. It just happened then.
Yeah? I didn't hear it.
It's definitely coming from that side.
Could you possibly whistle?
That has to be the wind, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Wow.
Incident.
Incident? Does the incident refer to the story of the lady that it was apparently murdered? Now, we don't know exactly... I can hear something chirping.
Hannah.
That's 4 women who are apparently ghosts living in this house. I don't think it's going to go down well.
No. Down in this level, and I'm not just saying this, the difference in temperature is a lot. It's actually, I'm not going to say it's warm up there, but you come down a level and it gets colder. I've got my in here. I've got my Melrem in here, just sitting on top. It hasn't gone off yet. I've got the temperature gauge on there, and it's been roughly at about a rough 10 degrees all the way since we've actually been in here, to be honest. The shadows that you actually catch in here now is just with the torchlight is unbelievable, isn't it? Like you said before.
You think something's everywhere you look?
I've just been looking in the camera in the viewfinder of myself, and you see things behind.
You've got your little device here.
I have, yes. I'm just going to show the people this. Show the folks at home. Now, a few of you might have seen this on my Facebook a while ago there now, and I haven't actually done anything more with it. But I thought I'd bring it today. I've been placing it on this seat. Now, if you want to believe in pendants and energy that flows through that kind of stuff, then it could work in a very similar way to a Ouija board. You you could put yes and no at the either side of it. But the idea being that you actually meant to hold it, and the energy transfers through you and down the chain onto the pendant, and that's what makes it move in layman's terms, I suppose. I don't.
How was that?
In layman's terms, I suppose. I don't.
How was that?
In layman's terms, I suppose. I don't.
How was that?
Do you hear that? That's. And I'm not joking. That just sounds like a woman's voice.
That gave me chills. I'm not going to swear, that gave me chills. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I did.
I don't even know where that came from.
No, it was out there somewhere.
Wasn't your belly, was it?
No,
Your
definitely.
belly did rumble earlier on in the day.
My belly's been rumbling like crazy, but I think that's just been anxiety, to be fair.
No, but to be fair, I would have heard it. That wasn't. I thought it was behind me, but I was right by the window.
Yeah.
I don't know if you were filming me at all.
I know when my belly rumbles, and it wasn't. It definitely wasn't then. Right, folks, it's time. I'm going to get myself in there. Wind's starting to pick up a bit. Let's get this. Let's get in there and do this lone vigil. Martyn's going to stop outside, and he is outside. He's here.
On my own, outside the house.
So
It's as creepy out here, by the way. Make
It
sure
is.
they know.
and as well, you know, obviously you have got the story of the woman on the road being out here. You've got the hanging tree just here as well.
So I'm doing a lone investigation, okay, without
so-
a camera.
Martyn could probably do an investigation by himself out here.
If I hear a woman, I don't think I'm going to even get you. I'm just going to go to the car.
Right, I'll be sharpish, mate. That's for sure. Right, let's get in here.
Remember, she's always behind you,
Don't say that.
always watching.
Thanks very much, Martyn. trying his damnedest to actually freak me out, which is kind of working. Right, let's Jesus, first step. Tell you already, I know Martyn's just out there, which is fine, but I am genuinely bricking it in here. I didn't really want to come and do this. I didn't really. That's a lie. Sorry, I did want to come and do this, but I didn't want to come and do it alone. But I've kind of forced myself. It is exceptionally quiet. Right, I'm going to go up to the second floor. And let's just see what happens. I am not joking, I've just thought I heard some footsteps above me. Directly above my head on that landing. Now, whether that was just me. Bloody tiles. Hello, spirits. sorry for my lack of talking here, but I kind of thought that it might be like this. So yeah, my alone vigil will consist of actually going and sitting on that chair in the room with the corridor just off it. You know, it's probably best if I just maybe just do a bit of calling out. I don't think you really need to have that many. It's not a place where you need gadgets too much in here, I don't think. Obviously I've got the mail rem there. Still on about 10 degrees, hasn't really moved. That's just my bag and stuff down there. Shit now, man. I'd like to apologise to my mother if she gets to watch this, because I will, there's a very good chance of me swearing on this one. Sorry, Mum. It's good to just stand and hear the house. This house has had so much history. Is there anyone here that would like to make their presence known? Like to come to the sound of my voice? I mean, look at that down there, guys, really. You can hear a lot of what you hear are water drips. Oh shit! Because there's a broken window there, so every now and again you get a breeze on the back of your neck. Now, I can't even feel a breeze coming through there now. No, I can there. Yeah, definitely. Well, you get that on your back of your neck. Bloody hell, man. This house is crazy. I'll never forget this. For as long as I live, I'll probably never forget this moment. Right, how are we doing, folks? This is me sitting in the chair. Now, just through there, I've got my mail rem. I've got the ghost tube app on the floor, and that window just round that corner, just where I'm signalling there with a torch. That is where the lady has been seen. Looking through there. You can see the light flashes on the outside. That might be just Martyn with his torch. But I'd like to ask if there is anyone here. It's quiet enough for you to make a noise. Could you walk towards me, please? God, that breeze. You get that breeze on your face and on your hands. It's bloody deadly. Is there anyone who wants to talk to me? I've come a long way to come to this wonderful home, this wonderful house of yours. Would you like to give me a sign at all that someone's actually here with me? Make a bang. There's no point in tapping because there's plenty of water taps hanging around. A whistle. Oh, wind, I know I keep on saying that, wind. Oh, massive chill. Because what it is, I mean, I'll show you what I'm looking at as well. I'm looking across there as well. I'm looking at all, and when the camera's not on me, all I see behind the camera is blackness. It's just dark all the way around. And even when I turn the camera away, I'm back looking at that again. It's not a good position to be in, to be honest. I'll do a little bit here and then I'll have a walk around. So I'm not going to be sitting here for the next 15-20 minutes. If there's anyone here at all, could you make that device go off that's sitting with an orange light? Just in the next room. You see an orange or a green light? If you touch it, it might make a noise, but don't let that worry you. God's sake, I keep looking at that doorway in front of me. Every time I look, I turn away from the light over there, I keep on thinking there's something there.
Sister.
Sister? Is the lady here? You know when you're that kind of like scared that you can't really say much? That's kind of how I feel right now. I swear to God if that thing goes off. If my Melrem goes off, it's never gone off. Might have gone off accidentally sometimes, but sometimes those drips really do feel like sound like footsteps. You get an odd hum every now and again. Just wonder if it's like maybe the vibration of some loose windows. He says, hopefully. I can hear that distant. Bloody hell, spells. You know, you turn away from the actual. Flipping down, man. I actually saw somebody who stood there. It was just it's just that reveal on the on that side. That dark bit always looked like someone's head when I looked into the viewfinder.
Guide.
Jesus Christ. What did that say? Guide. See, when I take that's what I see. I almost feel like my backside's rooted to this spot. Right. Let's go for a wander, shall we? Well, I'm just going to take a wander through here. That's a great arch. I think it's been... oh no, it hasn't been. That's... I can hear something. Might just be my ears playing tricks on me. Shit. That is nugget. I'll just get the use the K2. Right, so I'm going to put the K2 down here. Them dogs barking in the background. If there's anyone here that would like to come and touch this green light on the handrail, heard how you have liked to have walked the staircase. If you'd like to walk the staircase and touch that green light, that would be great. I've checked that the... What the hell was that? Is there anyone here? See, my goosebumps have got bumps on them now. It is so creepy. What would I do if somebody was walking up them stairs? Some ghostly apparition? I don't know. Frozen to the spot, probably. Let's walk and talk. Anyone here at all? If there are any spirits here at all that would like to come and talk, I know I keep on saying this. God, I tell you what, you know when you get that horrible feeling after watching too many horror films that you turn around and there's going to be something stood right behind you? It's that kind of feeling. Let's ascend the staircase. And this is where we heard the hums before. Again, I'm not too sure what they were, but just as we were packing up. Flaming heck, I tell you what, I have got the chills going down my flaming back and my neck are unbelievable. Kind of heart's pounding up my chest. If there's anyone in this room with me, could you reach out and touch this green light? Make it go to yellow. Oh, wow. That's not nice. Open window. Man? Just heard somebody coming in. Mart?
Did you not hear me come in?
Yeah, I heard the burglary deterrent, which is the
I turned on it quite loud a bit just to make it obvious that I was in.
Yeah, thanks for that. Right, folks, Martyn's come back in. Thankfully, it was him that was coming up the stairs and not something else.
The temptation to scare him though was so strong. I even did a bit, and all I did was walk in.
I know.
Feels weird to be sitting by this window though, doesn't it?
Definitely.
Because you've been, ever since you saw the actual picture, you were like, I need to go there.
It does.
And now you're just sitting there.
It
like
is strange.
Nothing.
It's like it's nothing, but it is something. It's just the house is. Although for me, and obviously we'll do the edit, but so far, and this is probably going to be the last thing we'll do. We're going to do a spirit box session here, but you know, I've had a good wander around the house. I've done my little lone vigil up there, which was friggin' eerie as hell.
So the atmosphere's there though, isn't it? Like
yeah.
it's so dark if you look off to your left and right, but it actually seems really nice and calm.
It does seem calm, and don't feel as anxious, to be fair, and I did feel anxious during the daytime. I don't know why that was.
Weirdly, it was worse,
Yeah.
wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Right, to the lady of the house. If you're here, would you like to communicate with us through the white noise of this device I have in my hand?
Whoa.
It does that when it gets to the end of the cycle. It does that when it gets to the end of the cycle. If your name is Patricia, or one of the other ladies' names that were mentioned tonight, I think Annie was one of them, and Hannah was another one. If any of these names are attached to you, could you come forward, please? Give us a message of any kind. Say hello. Could you say my name? Without me telling you it?
Did you feel that bad, man?
I'm not just calling out to the lady of the house. If there are any other spirits present here, now is your time to come forward and make yourself known.
Creepy ass music's coming through though.
Yeah. Are you going to put in an appearance tonight, spirits? Or is it going to be a very quiet night? A night off even?
It seems it, doesn't it? It seems so quiet.
I don't know if you can actually see that in the yeah, you can. If I hold it like that, you can see it.
Those dogs are going so... It's so bad if you're outside, like
Yeah.
when I was waiting for you.
They seem to go nuts, don't they? I suppose there's probably plenty of wildlife around there. If they can actually rabbits running past them, they'll probably try them bananas. Righto, spirits. I'm a perfectly approachable person, and so is Martyn.
Why did you sound surprised? Wow. Thank you, appreciate the kind word.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Wow.
Oh, what was that?
Thank you, appreciate the kind word.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome.
Wow.
Oh, what was that? The noise just came from that room there. And it wasn't a drip.
Like one of those you don't hear for hours.
Yeah.
And then...
Drips of water on my hands. Spirits of this wonderful home, your wonderful home. I know we're guests. sounded like footsteps, didn't it?
Fuck was that? Sorry, I don't mean to so actually.
Sorry, I've already apologised to my mum for swearing.
Yeah.
That sounded like footsteps downstairs.
There's quite a few.
Actually, when I came up these stairs, from the basement up to there, I heard. Now I don't know if my hat actually caught the beams above me when I was stood on that landing.
No, and you probably did, didn't it?
But I heard a scraping noise come from directly above me.
That's Griff. I think. Apologies again, just because that's who I've been here with.
Yeah.
That's something that Griff heard quite a bit as well. It's scratching around him. So, what could it be in the walls doing it?
Well, you don't know, do you? The place has been left to the wildlife. Then it could well be mice, rats, whatever it might be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be something paranormal though. Whatever it might be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be something paranormal though. Whatever it might be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could be something paranormal though.
Fuck, I haven't got my light on me. Where's my light? Did you hear that then?
No. Because I was too busy talking.
That was like something being dragged. You're going to catch that.
I hope so.
You should have caught that on camera.
Is there anybody here in this room with us? If there is, could you come towards me, please?
Are we on the second? Yeah, we're on the second floor. Could have come from above. I know. No point walking up there because it won't happen when we're up there. But fuck off. Give me a second. Fuck off. Give me a second. It sounded like a cough. I thought there was somebody on the stairs and it sounded like somebody walking really close to me. It wasn't even on the stairs.
Yeah.
It was really close to me. That's why I'm cold. I don't usually get goosebumps like this.
Yeah.
I don't. I thought it was on the stairs, but it was way closer to me than I thought.
If there's someone here, could you make your presence known to us, please?
But was it a cough or was it a moan?
Living or dead?
Preferably living, because... Yeah. Did you hear that one?
Am I tone deaf?
This is what I mean about there's so many noises. I'm trying to call out the ones that I've never heard.
Yeah. Right, we're going to call it a night. It's quite late there now anyway, so I've had a fantastic time, and yeah, I would like to come back, even though I said I probably wouldn't only do one, but yeah, I would like to come back because so far it's been a quite inactive night. I think highlight for the night, seeing the bats. That was fantastic. Nothing paranormal at all, but you know, I like a bit of that. Anyway, don't forget to like and subscribe. Do all that wonderful thing you always do. Share around. And yeah, we'll see you very, very soon on the next one. Ta-da for a bit, folks. Bye-bye. As we take our leave from the old majesty of Haunted Hill, I feel slightly saddened, and yet I smile. To have stood and walked in such history and atmosphere gives me an overwhelming feeling of happiness. Never once did she make me feel unwelcomed as I wandered through her dark cellars or climbed her aging staircase. An air of welcome greeted me at her doors. She is a living, breathing thing, and one day we will return to be once again in her ever watchful presence. She will always be watching those who enter Haunted Hill.